Oh. Now, you listen. Now, you listen. Now, you listen.
What's
To all you
cracking?
guys out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
back at it, dude. Back at it again. Up in the high 50s now, I think. What do you think?
I think we're like 57, maybe.
Hell yeah.
We're coming up on an anniversary, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah.
The 1 year?
Yeah, it is. It'll be July 12th.
July 12th? Is our
Uh-huh.
1 year?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And that's fucking it, folks. We said we'd do it for 1 year, and we did the worst podcast you could possibly put out for 365
That might even
days.
be a Guinness World Record, right?
The world's longest running, shittiest podcast?
That might be. We might have to check it.
Yeah.
I think we should check it
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm
Geezy,
going to call him.
pull that up.
I'm going to call him. Actually, I need to look that up.
So, welcome to the Now You Listen podcast. We've got the fucking infamous at Trilla Watkins on the Instagrams. Ching. Got the greatest guide on the Colorado, looking like he's stuck. Whooshing. Y'all know me, right there. Oh, hit the button.
Smash that.
And all that.
And
But
comment on them. I don't
Yeah.
read them, but comment.
I like the comments, dude.
I'm going to start reading them, though.
I like 'em.
Talk your shit. And I haven't done one of these in a hot minute, so I'm going to fucking do one.
We're kicking it off with shotguns, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, son.
We're really leaning hard into the worst podcast on the internet thing, and so we almost quit trying completely. Usually somebody would come in with something in the beginning of the week and be like, hey, I was thinking about doing this, and everybody's hyped on it. And now it's just like, dudes are dragging in about 6 minutes before the podcast starts.
What you got?
Not
None?
yep, not doing nothing. I'm like, Jeremy, did anything on your boat at least break? And he's like, not this week, so we don't even have.
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
But more money has been spent.
All right. Well, that's exciting. Let's do the shotgun and hear about the more cha-chings.
All right. Shotgun
This
goes
shotgun is
out.
brought to you by Miller Lite, that all white Miller Lite, number 2. Brad Keselowski, 3 wins on the season. Hey, speaking of NASCAR, dude, we got a Jussie Smollett of NASCAR now, dude.
God, dude.
We do, dude. Jussie Smollett of NASCAR. Now, I don't really want to put it all on him because I don't know that he was the one. So what happened was they discovered a noose in the garage at NASCAR of the only black driver in NASCAR Cup Series. Now, there might be some down in the Xfinity or the camping. I'm sure there's some black dudes out there doing, World Outlaws and shit like that.
Right.
But only Cup driver. And they made this big push to get rid of the Confederate flag from advertising at NASCAR. Now, people could still bring the flags, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that didn't pass, right? The Confederate flags?
No, they got rid of them.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, in the stadiums and, all that. So that happened. And then I want to say shortly thereafter, I think he drove I don't think it was the Black Lives Matter car, but maybe it was.
I thought it was.
Yeah, maybe it is. And so then that happened, and there was a couple douchebags out there that were like, "Oh, we love that flag," It's like, psh, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have it. Maybe you shouldn't have it.
I don't really care
That
either
was
way.
just the choice NASCAR made.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I don't give a shit. If they were talking about removing the American flag or something, then I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, motherfucker. Who's gonna
Yeah.
get cut?
Somebody's getting cut. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the Confederate flag, I don't know. I don't really know whether it's racist or not. read all these different articles and stories on it, on the back history of it, and maybe there's some racist notes behind it, but for the most part, I don't think it is.
I think for me, it just comes down to like how many people like it and how many people don't like it. If there's more people that don't like it, then it's got to go.
That's what America
Right?
is about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of have to,
Yeah.
you know?
And it seemed like more people didn't like it than did like it. And regardless, that was just the choice that company made to do. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I digress. So he has that car.
Nooses.
He has that car, the flag thing, and then all of a sudden, a noose popped up in his garage, hanging like they said it was hanging in the garage. Well, it turns out that it was actually like a rope to pull the door down.
Yeah, it was a
But
fucking pull down.
was it though?
Dude, I saw the picture of it.
Like,
and
you think that he would be like, oh yeah, that thing's been there forever?
No, but it has. That's the thing. It has been there.
There's
Oh, okay.
pictures of it from
Way back?
2017
Yeah,
or
way
something?
back.
Yeah, and you can tell too, like it's a long ass rope for this like bay door, and it's a long ass rope, and on the end it is a noose.
Yeah.
But dude, the loop
Yeah,
on it is
real
this
skinny
big,
noose.
I mean, is that-
just enough for your handhold with a little noose tie on it.
Is
Yeah.
that reasonable? Like, I mean, we're not fucking $1 million race teams, and we got fucking handles on our garage pulls. Like, does
Maybe
that
it was-
seem reasonable?
maybe it
Like, they
was
got a fucking
frickin-
rope with a fucking
Yeah.
thing tied in it that they use in NASCAR to pull the garages
It
down?
does, dude. And I feel like as a fisherman, you would respect a good knot.
I do respect the good knot.
Yeah,
but
maybe there was some Eagle Scout out there, dude, just being like, bitch, look at this.
I got
Right?
this.
Come on, fucking
You know what I mean?
double Windsor fucking.
Yeah, whatever it was. Slipknot, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, love me some Slipknot.
But I was thinking of the logistics of a slip notch on a pull handle, which wouldn't be that great because like you would pull it and then it would like kind of go free and then pull
Tighten
out of your
around.
hand and give you a little bit of rope burn. So I don't think it was an actual slip knot. It just looked like one.
Yeah. But to be confused with some racist, I hate black people, here's a fucking noose hanging because we hate you, to get confused with that.
Well, I don't know.
Well, there was plenty of people who
I bought it.
were mad about
I bought
the
it.
Confederate flag being banned. Like, they
Yeah.
were like, oh, I'm never fucking watching NASCAR
Well, yeah,
again.
and the Black Lives Matter. So I bought it. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
I only bought it just on when the headline came out and it was said a noose
Yeah.
was in the garage.
Yeah.
That's all I went off of. And then I saw the picture and I was like, come on.
I saw the picture and I'm like, all right, maybe it's like he fucking forged that Eagle Scout badge. Maybe he didn't really earn it. And like his dad was the guy that gave out the badges, so he didn't really have to learn the ropes that good, and so he just skated through life with like
Maybe he
real
hated squirrels.
shit rope tying abilities.
Who were you talking about?
The
though?
guy, dude.
What guy?
The guy who like allegedly made the news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, I would think that it's NASCAR. Like, there should be cameras like everywhere,
Oh, and there was.
and nobody ever got.
Dude, that's the weird thing about it is like how did they let that story fly without even being like, hey, let's
Vetting it?
just check the cameras
Check the
first.
tapes, yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing's been hanging here for 3 years.
Okay, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part is after the fact that like the FBI came in, dude, 13, 14 dudes. It was a huge fucking
They're
ordeal.
dusting the whole fucking
Dude,
place.
Yeah, it was a huge deal, dude. I don't know how much 13
There
or
was
14.
14 FBI
Dude,
dudes.
there was a fucking gang of them, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. It was the fucking MIBs too.
Fucking came out with the little fucking flashy deals,
Yeah.
ready to fucking erase memories.
Yeah. So it turns out that's not the case. But the dude like kind of stuck to the story like, nah, it was a news. And they're like, hey, dude, they said it wasn't the FBI. And he's like, nah, I don't know. But hey, dude, it's been there for like a couple of years. I don't know, dude. I mean,
Hatred's been around for a lot longer.
yeah, they knew we were gonna get assigned that stall after the COVID season.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that happened. Jussie Smollett of NASCAR, maybe. I don't know. I'll let it pan out. See where it
it goes, yeah.
See where the dust settles. I mean, Smollett though.
I see.
Smollett did the same thing, dude. Remember?
Did it ever get proven? Did he get acquitted? What happened with that? He got acquitted, or is it still like
I thought
up
he
in
got-
the legal
didn't
system?
he get like fined, or he got fined at
They
least, right?
they were trying to charge him the cost of all the copping around they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
But has there been a judgment on that?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen.
Geezy.
I kind of gave up on the whole Smollett thing. But then he came back, dude, and so I've seen a whole bunch of good memes flying around calling him Bubba Smollett. I've seen the one where like it's the 4 pictures and then like they slowly morph into the other dude.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah. There's another one too that's both of them on the bodies of Will Ferrell and the other dude on Step Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I do love all the good memes that come out of the tragedies.
Oh yeah, and dude, they're fucking immediate, dude. Like immediately, a tragedy happens, and somebody's posting a meme on it that second. I don't know who's generating these things, but they're so well done.
I know who's fucking not.
Not generating them.
Yeah. The fucking meme making kid over here,
Hey,
dude.
my memes is
Meme
hot
kid.
fire. Hey, how many of you made?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Motherfucking goose egg.
You don't want to see mine.
That's
dude.
true. That's true. Chris does seem to fucking duck a lot of the shit. He didn't last week. He
Hey,
didn't.
You caught some shit last week.
Yeah. So, where
Yeah,
else then?
I'm not falling for a banana in the tailpipe again. Like,
Okay.
The cup thing was a clue. Like, why is this motherfucker all of a sudden drinking out of a cup without a lid? And like, why do I gotta wear a fucking different shirt than I've fucking been wearing? Like,
Well,
come on, man.
I told you the black shirt's no good for the background.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, all you see is teeth
I'm
and
just-
eyes and this little white strip
I'm
on
just
your
not,
chin.
I'm just not going for fucking. I ain't falling for the okie doke again.
All right. Well,
We'll see about
got
that.
you once.
Hey, and if you're gonna ruin my clothes, you better fucking let me know in advance.
That's not how this works.
Wear a white shirt.
Did I ever
Come
get
on, man.
Did I ever get a warning with the cracked Bruce slash?
Nah.
What was that?
We'd be at work and it'd be like midday, and we'd be like, you know what, dude? Fuck work. Let's get some drinks. And it would be in Tim's head, not vocalized, because then I would know that something was about to happen. But he'd just grab my shirt and he'd go, yo, what's up, motherfucker? Literally like fucking inches away from my body and just starts slashing the shit out of my shirt with a fucking razor knife.
You'll have to cut me.
Yeah.
You will have to cut me if you're gonna fuck up this shirt.
No, I would creep on him. He wouldn't even know it was
Oh,
coming.
really?
It was
Yeah,
just-
so I got
And he would
like
just shout that out?
Yeah, my shirt's looking like Rowdy Pipers from the fucking
Nice.
80s World War Wrestling Federation. And I knew that meant
What-
it's time to drink beers.
What was the guy that had the fucking paint that went like?
Ultimate
Oh, that's-
motherfucking
Yeah.
warrior. That's my boy.
it is.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we I feel like we owe our listeners a happy Father's Day, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that happened this last
Shout out
weekend.
to all the fathers out there.
Yeah,
Even the deadbeat ones.
Not all, no, not all of them.
they don't get a
Well,
shout out.
Well, the
No, not on
deadbeat
Father's
ones
Day.
get a shout out because you're a dad, but you also get a fuck that guy because you ain't around for your kid.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
Yeah. But that's a lot different than Happy Father's Day. That's kind of not saying Happy Father. This is kind of like fuck you.
No.
So you're giving them more attention. You're saying all the fathers, hell yeah,
All the fathers, if you're a dad,
Hell yeah.
happy Father's Day.
yeah.
Fuck you if you're a deadbeat dad.
Yeah. So speaking
But
of fathers,
do they still get a Happy Father's Day even if they are a deadbeat dad? Because you're saying all fathers.
That's the niceness in me.
All right.
Yes.
Even if they're a deadbeat, they still get it.
Yes.
But they also get
Yes.
fuck,
fuck you.
All right. Gotcha.
so since we're talking about Father's Day, I feel like we all had something going on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
We were all lake-bound.
We
Yeah.
were
What did you-
all in the water.
We were all gallivanting
Yeah.
on Father's
Yeah,
Day,
we were.
right?
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
I went to the beach, hung out, drank
Local
beers.
here in
yeah,
Havasu? Yeah.
Hung out on the beach, drank beers, ate some things,
Tugged the trailer down there,
took
and
the trailer,
how,
jet
were you like
skied.
right on the beach? What was it
Right
like?
on the beach, yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I even had a dust up down there.
What?
Yeah, not no punches getting thrown, but people's feelings got real hurt.
What?
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard. What happened?
So somebody, I wasn't me, but somebody had drugged like a park picnic bench, like basically down to the water.
From the campground or their own?
From the campground.
The one that you were
Yeah.
sitting on?
Yeah.
That I saw pictures
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
sitting on?
Yeah. So I took.
So it wasn't
he
you,
was
though.
using
You're saying
it.
it wasn't you.
Well, no, I didn't drag it from its original position. I just drug it to a new position.
So it was down there already
It
on
was
the beach.
down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just drug it into the water.
Okay.
So in the water, the kids were like, running off of it, doing boogie boarding and all that.
Don't
and-
tell me Karen came out there talking trash.
I think they want to. What are they calling her? Katrina.
Katrina.
I think that might be what they're calling her.
Katrina?
Yeah, I think so. Because it was a couple of Mexican ladies.
Yeah.
They Hispanic. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have been from Guatemala. I don't really know.
Really?
Don't know.
We're not being judged.
And they were mad?
Well, no, they weren't.
Oh,
they
okay.
they just
So
took.
a Latino Karen is a Katrina?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's what I read on the internet.
Okay.
Facebook. Shout out, Facebook.
Hey, if you guys happen to know what a Latino Karen is actually called,
Down the bottom.
comment below.
So they come and like my kids had gotten off of playing on the thing for maybe 15 minutes, and so they come over and they just like start taking it away.
Who the Katrinas?
Yeah, but it was two Katrinas and like they couldn't. It was pretty heavy. It
They
was
were trying to drag it away.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I'm like, hey,
For their own use? Or
Yes.
because they were like, this doesn't need to be
Nope.
down
Did you
here.
have did you have your umbrella still in it?
no, my umbrella was not in it.
Ella,
This is
Ella,
after I
hey,
reclaimed
hey.
it.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
All right.
So I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, "Nyeh."
I knew it was coming.
Oh God.
I knew it was coming.
They were like, what? And I was like,
It's okay. It's no
and
problem.
I'm like, what are you doing? What, like, where are you going with my table? And she's like, oh, I'm gonna use it. And I'm like, well, nah, I'm kind of using it. She's
I
like,
know you can impersonate him better than that.
okay. She's like, I'm doing. I'm doing. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not doing. It's gonna
Stop doing.
it's gonna chill right here. And so
We're doing.
it kind of turned into a thing, dude. Where like she was trying to pull that shit.
So you were battling with two Katrinas?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then somebody else comes over and I'm like, hey boys, because this was maybe 11 or so. And I had
AM or PM?
AM. So I had already caught like that morning fade, and I wanted
A couple hours in
Yeah,
already
dude,
at that
I wanted to go take a family nap anyway. So I'm like, boys, you done with this thing for right now? And they're like, yeah. And so I tell them, I'm like, you can take it, but I'm gonna come back and get it like in a little bit, you know. And so she was like, "Nyeh, mwah."
It's no problem.
Oh,
it says
hey,
bueno.
dude. What?
It says muy bueno.
It's no problem. So she takes it, dude, and they can't drag it. They gotta fucking get some other dudes some.
Yeah. Some puppies.
Yeah, so they drag it away. I take my family nap. Good. It was nice and sweaty, dude. Fucking
No.
Charlie did pretty decent, but still got a nice sweat on the pillow. And I got up.
The AC was working, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, but I was.
Couldn't keep up. It was like 111, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle there.
But I kind of went to bed being like, fuck, dude, how am I going to go get this fucking table back after this? And I'm like, dude, it's going to be a thing.
Because they're going to have the whole familia.
Yeah, dude. But I'm still getting it back. So I get up, and we go, and subsequently, like one of my buddies had showed up, Jason Hammer, you know.
Okay,
him.
yep.
So he shows up, and I need to get him to help me.
Drag it back.
He's
Drag
a
him back.
pretty persuasive looking
Yes. Well, and so I didn't really tell him about the table thing. So I go over to him and I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna need to get that table back." And she's like, "Well, we're kind of using it right now." Because all of a sudden now she knows what's up, dude. She hit some fucking Rosetta Stone fucking cliff notes within the last 2 hours, dude. All of a sudden now
Yeah.
she knows what's up. And she tells me, "Oh, well, we're kind of using it right now." And I'm like, I get it. But when you took it, I was kind of using it too. So
We
I'm gonna
got
take
the sopas and
yeah, I'm gonna need that table back.
on it now.
And so they kind of looked at me like, is he gonna go away or is he just gonna keep standing here? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep standing here. And so one of the guys was like, well, you can take it back if you want.
Okay.
I'm like, thank you.
Okay.
So we drug it back, and I reclaimed the table for the weekend.
Oh.
And it was a great fucking table, dude.
And that was the dust up?
Dude, yeah, that was it. But dude, I had about 17 Mexicans surrounding me, not really wanting to come off the table, and I just kind of had to stay in the pocket.
How big is this fucking table?
Just a regular picnic table,
no,
right?
the picnic table.
17 Mexicans?
No. There was a lot of them still milling around the table, but the table kind of became the central area too.
Where everybody was hanging out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So after that, got the table, did my thing, but one of my buddies went and gave him some different chairs and was like, here, you can just have these chairs, So yeah, that was it, dude.
Respect.
Nice.
Got the table back.
Yeah.
And had a fucking good time on that table. Drug it all the way in the water, dude. Sat
Hell
on
yeah.
it.
What was it like?
Strapped an umbrella
How was the
to it.
water, dude? The temperature
good,
was
dude.
hot as fuck, right?
No, it was
What
good.
did you guys do? Did you guys
Perfect.
play in the water?
I mean, I went in it.
Yeah.
I did a lot of sitting though.
Was there a
near
lot
it.
of people down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kicked off.
So you guys had a nice time?
Like basically every spot was took.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right
How
on,
about
man.
you, Holmes? You were out on the lake this weekend too, into
I
a spot
was.
that I desperately want
Oh
to
my
go
god,
to.
dude! So it's
Where
funny.
we at?
Like,
Where we at?
we live 5 minutes from the lake. Like it's the lake is like right there. Okay, so me and my girl decided that we were gonna drive 5.5 hours.
Is that how long it took?
To another lake?
Five and a half?
Yeah. So we decided to hop in the truck and tow the bass boat up to Lake Powell.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I have to say, this was on my bucket list. Like, I got a few things on my bucket list. I'm not going to get into the other things that I've actually gotten to cross off my bucket list. You know what those things are, but I've gotten. This was one of them. So I was super.
Hey,
Fucking a midget.
we might have different ones, dude, but is one of them eating the El Bandito from Casa Serrano's?
No, what is that, dude?
Is that
Is that like some massive
is that
burrito
like
or something?
the Works burrito at
Yeah.
Chico's?
No, dude, I think it's like about yay big.
Oh,
yeah.
God damn.
because I can put down the Works at Chico's. No
I think
problem.
this is 28 inches.
this
Ooh,
thing's
son.
the Works is probably about like that. About like that.
Oh, that's thick though.
It's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, El Bandito's thin in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This has got
but long.
girth.
It's like a bow tie.
Yeah. It's just like a snake, dude. Just like,
Nice.
I'm gonna have to hit that one.
hell yeah.
Okay.
So,
Proceed.
what about your burrito?
What about it?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about
We want to
Powell.
know the
Oh.
length of your burrito. Is it girthy?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got that
for
girthy burrito.
for sure.
Oh,
So
bucket list. I was talking
Yeah.
about eating stuff.
I said you having sex with a midget was on your bucket
oh
list.
yeah, no,
No, that's not.
no.
That's
I
not
mean,
on your bucket list.
midgets do seem like they got killer fucking.
on,
They got ghetto booties on them though, huh?
Midgets are the proportioned one. The dwarfs are the big head.
Oh
dude,
man, you're gonna get
dude.
so
I'm
much
sorry,
hate for that,
I'm
dude.
sorry,
What are
I'm
you
sorry.
talking about?
Bro.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about little people? Like-
Dude, come on. I mean,
anyways, yeah. So we.
Hey, how deep into this are we before the racism and
That's not
fucking
racism.
bigotry and
That
the
is not
hatred just
bigotry
fucking
either.
what is it? What is it?
what would you label that as? Discrimination, maybe?
Nah.
No, it's not really. I'm not discriminating. I'm poking
being
fun at
insensitive.
insensitive. There's the one.
Yeah.
I still like you guys.
I don't think that's
You
illegal
gotta
these
know,
days,
come on,
though.
man.
To be insensitive.
Midgets.
Well, I mean, it's never been
proportioned.
illegal.
Yeah.
Dwarfs, big head, big
No, being
blood, no
racist
arms.
is, I think, almost
Some of them
illegal.
are still attractive though. Some hot dwarfs out there. Get your dwarf on.
So we're driving up. We so we
Fucking
got
bail him out,
you
dude.
got you got to drive through Flagstaff to get to Page, Arizona, which is the southernmost part of the lake. Okay, Lake Powell, because it's on the border of Arizona and Utah.
Yeah.
Right. Most of it's in Utah.
It's crispy up there, huh?
It was 99 degrees. So
But
it
I'm
was
saying
nice.
sparse, not a lot of plants.
no.
Is there water movement in there?
So you get to Flagstaff, right? And it's trees and green and beautiful, and then you go past Flagstaff and you start to go down back into the desert. You know.
Oh, okay.
And you drive through the reservation.
Tuba City? Did you pass
No, Tuba City was one of the turnoffs to the right.
Cayenta? Did you go through Cayenta?
No. So we drive. We get out of Flagstaff.
Peach Springs?
And it's an hour and a half.
Another one in there?
It's an hour and a half from Flagstaff, right? Right. So we're going, and you're going through the reservation, and we're like maybe 45 minutes into our hour and a half drive to Page, and we see like a police car on the side of the road with the lights on, and there was some native guy who was laying on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
laying or
we don't know if
dead?
he was dead or if he was like maybe just relaxing after a fucking long night of partying, you know?
Yeah, right there. On
But
the
he was
side
right
of the
there.
road.
Yeah, my
There
girl
was
was
no,
like,
there was no like vehicle that was.
the cop. No. The only car that was there was the police car, right?
Blue blanket?
Nothing. He
No
was
blue
just
blanket.
like fucking. He might have had some Nike slides on and like some jeans, and
Socks or
he
no
was
socks?
just kind of like fucking.
Face down.
Yeah, like I
Oh.
was like, she was like, oh my god. My girl's like, oh my god, is he okay? Yeah. So, anyways,
Did he look comfortable?
I mean, he didn't.
On 99 degree.
Yeah, it was
asphalt?
hot,
Probably
dude. It was
not.
hot, dude.
Ooh,
Hot.
yeah, that's right.
But beautiful. I mean, as you're driving through there, it is you know, the rock and the sand turns red. It's just gorgeous. So we get
Past the dead Indian going.
yeah.
Once you pass the dead Indian guy on the side of the road, it gets real.
the dead
real
native
nice.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. We were fucking it all up.
Damn, dude. You guys are so fucking
My bad.
insensitive.
Hey.
But yeah. So, anyways, I got to see that horseshoe part of
Ooh,
the
yeah.
which was cool. But dude, I'm not a heights guy, man, and it is so way up there, dude.
Is
and
it?
you can
Like
walk
the,
up
the rock faces.
Yeah, you can walk on the rocks and look down there, and it's fucking forever down, dude. It's scary. Like, I'm not a heights guy. Like, I was telling my girl, like, hey, stop fucking walking close to that thing. You're fucking making me so nervous right now, you know?
So when you say the
horseshoe.
part,
Yeah.
that's that one just recognizable part
Yep.
that everybody. Okay.
What's it called?
It's called the horseshoe, I believe.
Oh, all right.
Is it?
I don't know. You were there.
Yeah. So, anyways, we got to see that when we first got up there.
How
and then,
how wide is from cliff to cliff when you're in
To
your
the
boat?
other side?
Yeah, like how it doesn't seem like it's that wide. Is there like is it enough for a boat to go?
oh yeah,
each
yeah.
way?
There's boats going down. You like
Yeah,
you
no,
can see.
I mean like if you were traveling down it, could another boat come
Yeah.
in
Oh
the
yeah.
opposite
Yeah.
direction?
Yeah.
You have
Oh yeah.
ample room.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like the river here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Super cool to see that. Lake Powell is amazing, man. It is just the water's beautiful, and it's just amazing to see the rocks, dude. Like, there are cliffs that go up 100 feet, and then you look on the sonar on the fish finder, and it goes 100 feet down.
Oh,
Shit.
damn.
Yeah, some parts of that lake are 400 feet deep, dude.
Really?
It is a fucking monster of a lake.
Damn.
Monster. We traveled like an hour and a half up the fucking river, up the lake, and to see some of the cool canyons, and you could still go.
Yeah, I was
forever.
I was map questing just the whole area and zooming in and kind of
Yeah.
just like pretending I
Yeah.
was there. And
Yeah. So $30 for your truck to get in,
Yeah.
and $30 for your boat to get in.
What?
Yeah, but it's a week pass.
That lasts
So
for a week.
if you're gonna do a week, that's great. But if you're just gonna do a day, oh, God,
pricey.
damn,
So
dude.
$60 just to get in the water. Huh?
The only bummer about that lake is the launch ramp, dude, is like 500 yards long. Okay, so you launch the boat and you got to walk up this. You drive your thing, you drive your truck up, and you got to walk down this fucking 500 yards, you know, to get down to the boat. And then once you party on the lake and do your thing all day and it's 100 degrees, you got to walk 500 yards
how long
up
it
this.
is?
Yeah.
The map quest did.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
it
so
looked,
cool,
looked
though.
big and long on the
So
on
cool.
the map quest, but yeah,
So cool. Beautiful lake.
hell yeah.
Are we done?
No, you got 30 seconds.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
30
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Definitely, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
30
So-
seconds of fucking glory. Go.
So did you jump off a cliff? Is what I want.
I did not jump off of a cliff. You know what? The water was like 74 degrees, and anybody that knows me knows I'm like an 85, 88 degree kind of water guy. So
You were not a shrinkage man.
yeah.
Not a shrinkage
was
man. You
fucking
heard it here,
cold.
folks. Yes, sir. The shrinkage is real, not only in your underpants, but also the river. And speaking of the river, this is the first time I took my boat out on it for Father's Day up in
Nice.
Parker.
Oh, the real river?
Yeah, and dude, that river shrinks and grows greatly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4 feet.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like during the day that I'm sitting there. So we launched the boat. We went parking on the California side, and I was gonna park the boat in this little cove that we rented our tiny home in for the weekend for Father's Day. But dude, when I first got there, the water was so low that this little mouth of this bay that I was gonna go into, I couldn't even fit my boat. But by the end of the day, there was fucking 4 feet more water.
Nice.
But dude, the river.
How do you set up your chairs for that? You
You
gonna move them in and out?
Yeah, you can't leave them there. If you leave your boat out on Thursdays, like I guess they either stop letting water out. I think they stop letting water out, and the water dissipates. And if you got your boat in there, it's sitting on dry land. Like, it
Fuck.
just fucking
That
completely
sounds
empty.
convenient.
But I found that I like the lake a hell of a lot more than I like the river.
The river water is like 10 degrees cooler, right?
Well, it's not only is it colder, the current is strong as fuck.
Sweeping
Yeah.
away mad babies too.
Yeah,
that's
like
kind
we
of a
would
bummer.
jump.
Did you
dude.
lose any?
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah, dude, I was nervous because it was
Yeah.
like my first time out on like a major, well not a
Yeah.
major weekend, but a busier weekend, and I'm used to being out here on the lake, and I knew it was gonna be busy, but dude, the amount of fucking boats on a tiny little narrow
Flying,
river,
right?
yeah, and sea-doos fucking everywhere, dude, like gnats swarming, just fucking. You're fucking. I'm like trying to fucking have a good time and like wide throttle it, but I'm fucking having to ease back and hit wake and watch out for all these fucking jet skiers and shit. So we like find a little cove and we anchor, and the kids jump off the front of the boat, and I just see them go
Downriver.
just start skating by the side of the boat. It was like, oh shit! And like fucking man overboard.
And you
up.
anchored.
Yeah.
So you got to pull the anchor and then
No,
jump
no,
in
no,
them.
no. They
Oh,
were
okay.
fucking zipping by, so I fucking just dove off the back of the boat and was able to like grab them by the life jacket and throw them over to the ladder. And then they, after like the initial shock and scare, they were like, "Yeah, let's do that again." So then I just had to like hang out on the ladder,
Nice.
and they would jump off the front of the boat and whoop, whoop. Just
Yeah.
kind of had this little merry-go-round.
Swift current.
Yes, mad swift current, and dude, because there's so many choke points in the river.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't have fun being out on the boat there. It was more,
Nerve wracking.
yeah, dude. I was concerned about the people on board and the people that were fucking barreling in front of me. So like we went out for quite some time on Friday, but we didn't go out at all on Saturday because Saturday was
Hey,
just
dude, that
fucking
reminds
madness.
me of Brian telling me about when he was a little kid down at the river and one of his buddies got swept away and stuck under the dock.
God, and
yeah.
he died.
Drowned.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
died.
Died.
Yeah, that's scary, dude.
It's fucked up, right? Fuck the river, dude.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy being out on the boat. So we ended up just hanging out on, like, here's our cove. Here's our cove. There's 2 coves and then a little peninsula that goes in front of it. We ended up staying on the outside of it where there was no current, just watch the boats.
Sometimes he had water and then sometimes he didn't.
No, on the other side,
Oh,
it
alright.
was always water. And
And what was the name of the place you stayed?
that was the River Lodge.
All right, because you said something about Emerald Cove, and I've been there before.
I've been to Emerald Cove
yeah,
a few
no,
times.
yeah. We,
I don't know about the tiny homes.
The
What's
first
the tiny
year,
home?
Is it north of Emerald Cove? Is it the
Up
place?
river or down river?
Yeah.
Emerald Cove. That's on the Arizona side, right?
Almost across
California
from.
side, is
Almost, yeah, it's almost across from Sundance.
Okay, it's
almost
up
right.
from Sundance. Like if here's Sundance, probably another mile and a half up
Okay.
is River Lodge. And we stayed at Sundance once, and that was cool. It was right there on the river. But like right
Sundance is a bar.
there's a
whole
RV
park.
too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay.
And we
Okay.
stayed there once, but the water that was swift all the way up to the beach on that one. So like you step foot in the water and the kids were
Yeah.
going down. So then we found these tiny homes, and it's like it's probably 500 square feet total. It's got a little kitchen, little living room, a bedroom downstairs with a bathroom, and then
Separate
this little
door?
loft.
To the bedroom?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. And then it's got this little loft with like a A-frame, and my oldest daughter could stand at its peak.
Uh-huh.
So I had to there's 2 beds up in there, but you have to like crawl around on your hands and knees.
But that's fine for children.
Yeah, and we slept up there. We gave the bed to the wife's parents, so they didn't have to.
Oh, you slept up there?
Yeah.
With the children?
Yeah.
In the tiny spot?
Yeah, we were gonna have the bed, but then the in-laws were coming.
Dude, did all the farts collect at the ceiling?
Probably. I mean,
You couldn't tell though?
dude, I drank for like 17 hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't bother me at
I
all.
remember when I was a kid, dude, that I stayed up in the loft at the fucking ski lodge, bro. And all the farts would collect in the ceiling, dude.
I'm
And it'd
sure
be
mine
hot.
did.
It'd be hot as fuck and full of farts, dude. And I don't know if you know anything about altitude, dude, but you start fucking letting shit go. Farts that you never heard before, dude.
In high altitude?
Yeah, dude, it like compresses your guts, dude, and then squeeze like it squeezes out farts that have been in there, you know?
Fucking ones that just wouldn't come out otherwise.
Yeah, you get pressured them out. Same thing in airplanes, you know, you don't get that? Ripping man farts in airplanes? All right.
Yeah, we did a whole segment on
We
that
did
one.
airplane fart wars. So, anyways, you were sniffing farts in the
Yeah,
in the loft.
I was busting hot ones.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so I'm sure if people were sober, they were probably awake and hating
River
life.
farts are pretty mellow, though.
I mean,
They're tame on the level of farts.
my river farts are not mellow
Oh, wow.
because I got one of those guts that like I wake up in the morning, I poop at a certain time every morning. I got some bifidus regularis going on. But when I travel, something disrupts that, and I won't poop for like 2 days.
It's a thing,
so
right?
I got like a fucking intestinal tract full of dookie.
He does.
And then you get some fucking air passing through 4 feet of fucking turds. When that comes out,
Yeah.
it is not.
I always called that the wind off a turd.
Wind off a turd, yeah.
That's what I always said.
Yeah.
I've been saying
It was,
that.
it was gone with the wind off the turd.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. That one, it just goes along the top of the turd and collects little particles, like even
Some
like
dust.
breakfast and some
Some
lunch
dust.
and some dinner. Yeah. Just
like-
gathering
yeah.
up like a little fucking
That is-
air.
so that's like
like
the
a
most.
snowball.
That's like the most disrespectful fart that you can
Yeah.
let fly,
the
right?
digestive tract.
No, I
alchemy.
think the most disrespectful fart you could let fly is one where actual shit comes out.
I mean, yeah, if you're shitting your pants.
Okay, all right.
That,
Yeah, I
to
agree.
me, dude, that's probably
It
number
is-
one on the
it's
most
terrible.
disrespectful fart list.
Yeah. So I mean, my farts weren't pleasant, but everybody was fucking highly intoxicated, so it didn't matter.
Hell yeah.
But I did spend more money on some boat stuff.
Ooh, here we
so-
go. What are we up to? I think we're
what'd you
like
do?
1460 or
Yeah,
something last time.
We can add to the
Or,
total
no,
there.
14,800 we're at?
Somewhere around there.
All right,
we
go
can
ahead.
we can tack on another 620. Because I bought me a shout out to Iguana Marine
Did
here
you
in
end
town.
up getting it there?
Why?
No.
Did they give you a discount?
No, I was gonna get it from there, but they
Uh-huh.
didn't have any readily available. But the staff there was on it. Like they were calling their distributor. They were trying to get me one. There was some coming in that day. They were trying to hold one for me. They called me back like 3 times to let me know updates on stuff, which they didn't have to do. So they were going above and beyond to try to get me this thing for this weekend. Shout out to them. They didn't end up getting it for me because I ended up finding one. Shout out to Spanky's.
Shout
in
out. Oh,
Parker.
everybody's getting fucking shout outs now.
goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout
What?
out to Spanky's. 'cause
Everybody gets one.
Yeah,
huh?
the
Yeah.
people that didn't even get it. got
You
one.
get a shout out. You get a shout out.
This
you
is,
get
this
a
is like
shout out.
Oprah. This is like Oprah.
Hold on.
I got 2 shout outs under the chair.
Shout outs under the chair.
So yeah, I ended up getting one at Spanky's, and I had to buy a fucking mushroom anchor, which are like $50 for a 20-pound mushroom anchor.
Why
But,
didn't like that slide anchor? Shout out slide anchor.
no, I got an anchor for the boat
Uh-huh.
and the shore spike, but for the raft that we got,
Gotcha.
it has like one of those bungees on it, and
You
need
gotta, you gotta buy a special anchor for your fucking
Yeah, boy.
yeah, $50.
your lily pad.
Yeah, so
He's
Trying to
the
live
lily-
that middle
dude.
life on
Hey,
a fucking
you
lower
ain't-
middle budget.
You're not, and you ain't even gonna do the river again because you were like, nah, I'm
Oh,
not
it's
feeling it.
tied up on the back of the boat now, so every time we go out on the lake, we're gonna have it.
But what I'm saying is like that anchor's
No, you still need the anchor.
How long's the rope?
For what?
For
For
the
the bungee?
anchor. For the anchor.
Well, it's
for the mushroom anchor. How long's the rope?
The anchor was by itself.
Uh-huh.
The float came with a bungee anchor or a bungee line.
Okay.
And that thing probably stretches out maybe 15 feet. So you anchor it and they play, and it'll stretch, but it'll kind of coil back to where it's.
Yeah,
He just learned about floating last week, and now he's got fucking floating stability.
They saw him coming. Like, we just tie ours to the
Full
back of the boat. Like, we're good. This ain't going nowhere.
I'm Gucci now, boys.
Yeah, boy.
They saw you coming.
Well, that's tight, dude.
But yeah, so at 540 out the door for the float, and then 50 something for the mushroom anchor. So about 600 and something you can add to the total.
Shipping.
Yeah. Oh. I forgot. Something did break on the boat.
Hell yeah.
Something always breaks.
This is my own dumbass fault. I can't blame anybody else but me. I figured that it would have been a-okay to drive to Parker with my Bimini top on.
Yeah, no. We talked about this on the podcast to not do that.
The front and back. Turns out
Up?
you can't do that. So I was driving, and all of a sudden I hear this pop, and then this. He's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm looking around. The boat's still attached to the trailer. Fucking, I'm not like, I didn't get it flat. And then I look in my side mirror, and I see that just the fucking seam for the zipper had popped in the middle where it connects, and it's just fucking
Sounds
flapping
expensive.
in the back.
Bummer.
And so I had to pull over, remove the entire front Bimini. So now I only have the back Bimini. But I drove the entire time with the back Bimini up, as did most people that I saw driving. So you can do that. Just don't do the front.
I'll tell you what, this is when you were telling me that story, I was thinking in my head, I've been driving down the highway and seen people do that and be like, ooh, fucking dummy. There he goes. And I guarantee a whole bunch of other people thought that too. And you're just like,
With the front Bimini up?
It's a bummer to have to deal with those Biminis, especially after you've been on the lake all day, but to have to close them up and zip them all up.
No, he went on the way down.
I know.
On the way down, right?
It's almost
Yeah.
like, who does that?
Well, my thought process was,
And you probably
can
went in the
only-
morning because you were off on Friday, so you
Yeah.
went in the morning, so
Yeah.
you could have went out there and tucked them away.
Yeah.
Zipped, even if
Yeah.
you would have folded them back, and
Yeah.
you.
I want to hear. I want to hear through this thought process
Yeah,
for
my-
sure.
all right.
I'm starting to get intrigued.
Here's my thought process.
All
on
right.
it. I'm out on the lake. I'm hitting 50 miles an hour on my boat.
Are you?
Yeah.
50?
50.
Yeah.
Hitting 50 with my Bimini up. So I can't go any faster than 55 with the trailer, which I abide by the law.
Do you?
Yeah, I set cruise control for 54 because I didn't want to go above because I didn't want to
Well,
go
that's why
too
your
fast.
boat only goes 50 miles an hour then.
What?
So is that extra 5 miles an hour that did
5
it?
miles an hour did it.
50 was good. 55 was.
55 apparently is
what
not
it was,
okay.
I think what it was is I passed by a semi, and that like cavitated and
Yeah.
swirled the wind, and it just went whoop, and went right up underneath it, and that's what popped it. So I thought, I'm only going a little bit faster than I can do on the lake, and I have that thing up all the time when I'm on the water, so it shouldn't be that big a deal.
I understand your thought process.
Turns out you can't do that.
I mean, these are things that you learn kind of along
Yeah,
the way, you
yeah.
know? Like,
I
you,
don't
won't
know
do-
how-
you probably
it-
won't do that again.
It ripped the seams on the zipper.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
the zipper itself. So like
Yeah.
the Bimini is
So you got to
fine.
get it sewn back on.
I just got to get a new zipper sewn on. So I don't think that's going to cost too much, but I'll let you know what the total is,
All right.
and we'll add it to the fucking pile.
All right, hell
Update
yeah.
the fucking cost. Yeah.
So I found a video on the internet, and I'll show it to you first, Jeremy,
Please.
and you tell me. I mean, you could either just watch it and not say anything, or you could say something too.
The fuck is that?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you see what it is?
I mean, is that thing moving by itself, or is there something
you see it?
assisting?
No, I'll tell you what that is. Shout out Samsung. Hold on. Shout out to Samsung.
Under the chair shadows.
Everybody get a shout out tonight. Samsung Galaxy S10 has a video format that's called hyperlapse. Now, hyperlapses might be the
Takes a bunch of
reverse.
small images.
Yeah, it's
speeds
like the
them up.
reverse of time lapse.
Yeah.
So that was a hyperlapse. Remember when I had asked you, hey, do your fucking balls shimmy around? And you said you never looked? So I took that video right there in hyperlapse, and you could see.
So you
Oh,
just
Yeah, that
noticed-
was probably like 20 seconds worth.
So that was the expansion and contraction of your scrotum.
Yeah.
While
So you-
on the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
over and over.
But in hyperlapse.
My shit fucking rolls up and down like so quick that I can see it just by
Hey, maybe
watching.
you got it. You didn't get the technology. Bring your hyperlapse ball sack
That
fucking
would be like,
see what you got, dude. See what fucking kind of RPMs your fucking sack's running at, dude.
yeah, it goes up and down like a fucking inch in a second.
I feel like Chris's ball sack must just be like Diesel. You know what I mean? He's got
that slow idle.
that low stroke.
But just kind of
but a lot of fucking torque.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a lot of torque.
You'll have to hit that on an actual
You got
fucking.
torquey testes.
Yeah. Mad torque.
Yeah.
Why did you make us watch that, dude? That's my fucking first question.
Because I wanted to fucking touch back.
You
and
thought,
see-
you thought we didn't believe you?
No, I wanted to see. Did you ever look at your ball sack? Still no. Mm-hmm. And
You know
I guess
why
not
it
when
does
I'm on the
that, though,
shitter.
right?
I guess not.
You know why it does that?
I'm gonna need a hyperlapse video.
Of my
Start
ball
fucking
sack?
rolling in. Yours as well.
I'm about to
And then
educate you guys on what your
We'll put them
testes
all
do right
three
now.
side by side.
Is it the temperature? Or is it the fucking
you're,
shit?
You're right on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting it. The reason why your testes can contract and expand is because your sperm has to live at a certain temperature. It'll die if it gets too warm, and it'll die if they get too cold. So your scrotum actually has temperature sensors in there, and if it's getting cold, it will release them from the body so that they can warm up. And if it starts getting too hot, they contract and they go tucked up into your body so they can gain warmth. That's why, like, when you're in water or something like that, they're usually like fucking hard because they're trying to maintain warmth so that your sperm don't die and you can make them babies and celebrate Father's Day. Unless you're a deadbeat dad, then fuck you.
But why, if they're just sitting at a regular ass temperature?
Shout out to the testes.
Why, if they're at a regular ass temperature that they've been at for a minute and the temperature is not weird outside, do they seem like they're doing so much action?
In the toilet?
Yeah.
I think because inside the toilet it's like a porcelain bowl, and there's different varying temperatures from the water,
I
the
don't-
porcelain. When you sit down, you're releasing body heat, so there's a swirling vortex of different temps in there, and it hits one side then the other. That's why they're kind of like, I don't know what to do right
You
now.
ever when
They're
we live in
juggling.
Havasu, water's fucking hot, right?
Yeah.
You ever sit on the toilet and get up from taking a shit and your ass is fucking sweaty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For if you do a flush, like a courtesy flush,
Yeah.
and then that fresh water goes in there,
Ooh, it feels
and then
nice,
you're done.
too.
You're done, but you're like, you get up and you're like, God damn, my ass is fucking sweaty because that water in the tank is
Yeah.
Fucking
getting humid from your body
hot
heat.
as fuck.
That's why, like,
no, from
shitting
the
in a
from the
plane-
outside fucking water coming into the house,
Well,
right? It's hot as fuck
Yeah,
outside.
that too.
You ever sat down and dipped your hemorrhoid into fucking shitty toilet water?
Your hemorrhoid falls
I,
out there?
Yeah.
I thank
hemorrhoid
goodness
bungee
I
jumped out of
don't
your ass
have
into
any
the water?
hemorrhoids, man.
It did like those things you blow on at a party.
Party favorite hemorrhoid?
It did a little
Like,
like
whoa, that's
Did
cold.
like those bungee jumpers where their hair hits the water and they're
That's what's up,
Oh,
dude.
God.
hemorrhoidal bungee jump.
You know that's how we do it at the Now You Listen podcast fucking shit sessions.
Holy
Hell yeah.
fuck. My goodness, I'm glad I don't have
Dude,
any hemorrhoids. So
Is this fucking podcast over? Because this has to be one of the worst ones we ever fucking did. Dude.
Cue it up at 46 minutes, right on time.
how
right
much time do we have left?
We got
Fucking
10 minutes.
Terrible.
Oh, here we go. We're getting into our fucking zone right
Hell
now,
yeah.
right? This is where we.
I
Make,
got nothing
This is where we
left,
make
though.
our money right now.
I videotaped my ball sack for this thing. I
At
fucking
least
blew
warn
my
us.
wad.
At least warn us next
Yeah,
time.
you couldn't-
Jesus
No,
fucking
because I
Christ.
knew if I
Why-
warned you wouldn't have fucking
What-
watched it.
My biggest question, actually, not why you did it, but why didn't you lift up your dick so that all we were looking at was your scrotum?
Because I was worried that it would fucking spook them.
You
Because
didn't
they were fucking.
you didn't want to spook your
They
scrotum.
were fucking moving and grooving, dude. You saw that shit.
I only saw half of one because Wang Tip was just fucking dangling there. You could have very, very easily just propped up that bad boy and.
You want to watch it again? Like,
No, I don't want to watch it again.
You run it back. You didn't notice
there was equal amounts of cock and balls, and if we were supposed to be focusing on balls, I only got to view half of what they were accomplishing. Is what I'm saying.
I feel like you're missing the most important part you should be offended by, which is the little bits of shit.
Oh, I
floating
saw the little turd nuggets
God
dribbling
damn.
in
Like he
there.
had eggs for breakfast
It
or
was,
something.
no, it was like two little speckles of like undigested lettuce leaf
That's
down
what
there.
it was.
I know my shit.
What?
Little fucking oregano chunks down there.
That video will not be up on YouTube for you next week. Those only for the boys, dude.
Hey, you're missing out.
If you want to support the podcast, so you can buy a shirt.
Yeah, if you buy a shirt or a valueless stone, he will personally send that
I'll
video to
send
you
the video.
as complimentary.
I'll do some cropping and editing, so it would be Jeremy's vision of the perfect hyperlapse ball sack shimmying video.
And it's gotta have music to it.
It will, dude.
Like what music would go
Oh,
to a
yeah,
hyperlapse
fucking
video?
hit the
of
comment
scrotum?
section below.
Yeah. What song would you think goes best to a hyperlapse video of a
Hey,
scrotum?
yeah, I wanna shoot, baby, shoot.
Shoop-a-doop, shoop-a-doop.
Yeah. Dude. All right.
Are
Hey,
we fucking done yet?
I want you guys to try to get that done for me next week. And then we can review what each other's fucking sack is doing, dude. Because, like, maybe yours is doing something way different than mine.
Mine, like, individually
Yeah.
kind of
All right.
roll.
Well, hey, dude, I'm just starting in on this thing. Maybe we can tighten it up, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe put the fucking DSLR on it.
And email all of your scrotal hyperlapse videos
Yeah.
to Tim.
Now
over
you
here.
listen.
To him
LH,
personally.
now you listen LHC at gmail.com.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right.
Email those so we can peep them.
We'll fucking peep all of them.
Ladies,
Hey.
if you got dangly lips and they do that too, that's something I ain't even known about. Ladies, if you got
They
some weird
don't,
shit
dude.
like that happens, or maybe just a hyperlapse of your nipples getting hard and getting soft,
That'd be tight.
Send it.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah, for you, if you sneeze and a fucking hemorrhoid pops out, hyperlapse that shit. Like
Yeah.
anything of that sort.
Yeah, if you got a hemorrhoidal bungee jump you want to fucking share with us, fucking hit us up on the Gmail.
Yeah, we'll peep it.
Oh yeah. We got to be close, dude.
Yeah, we need to talk about what we got in the fucking our new shirts. Like, come on.
Oh right, dude.
The merch.
We do got the new shirts on the website. They're the same shirts that we used to have.
The
but now everybody
OG
can have
ones.
them. Yeah, everybody
OG
can have
ones.
them.
Yeah, we got extra smalls, mediums, large, XL, and double XL.
Yeah, and if
we
you're
got some of them.
XL,
We got some of them biggie smalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
those
get your orders in,
those super small ones are super small. They fit like a thick 4-year-old probably, or a real thin 8-year-old.
man. There you go.
But these are the OG ones. These
Yeah.
are the ones that
Yeah.
These are the ones that we
Yeah,
wear on
nothing offensive
on a daily
just
basis.
Now you listen.
No
Get
racist
in.
stuff.
Yep.
This is the good stuff.
Get your orders in. Show some love. Support it. I mean, we had to have made you laugh a little bit.
Yeah. Shout out. Hold on.
It's under there.
Shout
It's
out
under
to the
there.
lady who fucking made him.
Yeah.
She was actually probably one of the more badass people I met.
Yeah.
I think I got one.
Oh, you
That's
can't read
it.
some shout
That's
out?
it.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck though. Fuck. Shout out.
Shout out. And I don't know, dude. That's probably it.
I got nothing else.
Gotta
Good.
be done.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at the studio cat.
Hey, puss.
He is
Stink
fucking
puss.
maxing and relaxing.
Stink puss.
And with that, folks, we bid you adieu.
Adieu.
We love you.
An unhealthy amount. We love you.